So hi everyone, this is Drastic here from the Achievement Squad, coming at you with another Borderlands Game of the Year edition video. In this video I'm going to show you my level 69 Mordecai Hunter Blood Money build. The aim behind this build is to help you generate a lot of money, loot, that kind of stuff with this character, so you can quickly get to achievements in a legitimate way, such as a sucker born every minute, the Slumdog Pandora Millionaire, I believe it is. Anyway, just to kick it off, so I'm going to walk you through the skill trees. So the first point is going to go into the Bloodwing skill. This will allow you to send out Bloodwing, a bird that will go out and attack the enemies, and he is the core to this build. He's going to help you get the money that you need for this. The next skill that we're going to go into is Swift Strike. This will increase the amount of damage Bloodwing is doing and the amount of speed that he is moving at. So making the overall skill, the action skill, stronger itself. The next skill we're going to go into is Swipe. So every time Bloodwing strikes an enemy, they will drop money, guns, healing, loot, that kind of stuff. Hit this up to 5. This makes the enemy drop 5 items with each strike. The next skill that I go into is the Out for Blood skill. This will help you with staying alive and give you some healing. So when Bloodwing returns to you, 35% of the damage that he has done is returned to you as health. Normally if he kills an enemy, that is the full health pretty much all the way back up to the top. The next skill is Ransack. So once you've killed an enemy, and any enemy you kill there afterwards will drop loot for you. So they'll drop loot on the floor which you'll go around, pick up and grab, and then you can sell back to the vending machines later. So we take this one all the way up to 5 as well. And then the final skill that we go into in this tree is the Bird of Prey. So this will make Bloodwing attack more targets. The more targets he attacks, the more loot that you'll be dropping and the more money that you'll be making back off of him. So Bloodwing is the primary core behind this tree. From this kind of stage onwards, you don't need to be level 69 to do this, but this will start you off with a pretty solid build in terms of making money and staying alive. So these skills are the ones that I always kind of spec into the beginning for this particular build. Keeps me alive, does a lot of damage, and I've got steady income, which is quite nice. So the next skill tree we're going to go into is the Sniper skill tree. We're going to spec into Caliber to give us a bit of additional damage on the sniper rifle. I'm not a huge user of sniper rifles in this particular build. I find them generally quite inaccurate and I'm no good with them myself, but it's better than the accuracy item on the other side. The next skill we're going to spec 5 into is Killer, which will increase our damage to 40% with whatever gun and increase our reload speed. So every time we kill an enemy we get faster and do more damage. And then we're going to go into the Carry On call. So this will speed up Bloodwing's cooldown for every time you shoot an enemy with a sniper rifle. So yeah, this will decrease the time it takes for you to recover Bloodwing as an action skill. The next skill that I go into is Deadly on the Gunslinger skill tree. I take it all the way up to 5 again to get an additional 30% critical hit damage. The next skill I then go into is Righteous Remedy. So this is continuous kind of healing. So for every kill you land, you get 15% of your health back for over the 7-second period. With the amount of kills you're going and with the skill that Bloodwing Out for Blood is, for this skill, when you mix these two together, you should be bringing back health quite often. So for each kill Blood lands, and eventually when he returns back to you, you've regenerated a big chunk of your health as well as what he's brought back. The next one I go into is Predator, and we can reduce Bloodwing's cooldown by 15 seconds. So this is quite key to the build. The faster Bloodwing is going out, the more money you'll be making. So this goes in conjunction with the Carry On call skill. It cools down pretty quickly. Then when we use a sniper, we cool them down even then faster. The next skill I go into is the Gunslinger skill. I take this all the way up to the top to increase our fire rate, and then the Killer Shot piece is really quite helpful because you can do quite a significant amount of damage. So after you kill an enemy, you get faster at your shots and you do more damage. Now for the final 6, they don't really have to go anywhere in particular. In this case, I spec 5 into the hair trigger, which gives me additional fire rate. The magazine size on the pistol doesn't really matter. Then the additional skill point I just throw into the skill at the top, Gun Crazy. I use pistols quite a lot in this build. I also use SMGs quite a lot with this build. It really just depends on where I'm trying to do the damage. Now, skills that I don't go into, I do not go into the lethal strike skill. I'm not a big fan of the melee kind of attacks. I skip over fast hands because of the killer skill gives us the additional reload speed. So the fast hands skill is pretty much, it would be nice to have, but for what it's worth, it's not particularly great. I skip over the aerial impact piece because aerial impact, I've not found it particularly useful. You can stun the enemies for a few seconds. It works great against spider ants, but that's about it. As far as the sniper skill trees goes, the focus skill I don't find particularly very useful. It's only additional 20% accuracy. A lot of the guns I have got elemental splash damage, and Bloodwing is going to do a lot of the damage anyway. Smirk, at level 69 you're not going to get any higher, so the additional experience doesn't really matter. Again, don't use the sniper rifles, so the additional magazine capacity makes no little difference to me. And Trespass, for the amount of damage you'll put out, the shields are made pretty much light work of anyway. Okay, so onto the gear. The first weapon I have in my list is the Persistent Defiler. This is a great gun. It's a revolver for dealing with enemy like the Lance. It does a lot of high damage at a body level for a body shot, but a very great critical damage. I got this from the General Knox DLC from the Armory, so you can find it at the end. Baja's bigger blaster. I don't really use it very much. The key sniper rifle that I've got here is the Liquid Invader. This is a burst fire sniper rifle. So if you remember earlier on, we spec'd into the carry-on skill. This will help us debuff the time it takes to get Bloodwing back as a to recharge this key skill. So as you can see, when you aim down the scope, you get a triple shot. Now with the cooldowns and the carry-on skill, firing that burst and hitting it into one enemy will fully recharge Bloodwing back to full, allowing you to get more loot. Then the other go-to weapon that I have in this particular section is the Hellfire, again from General Knox's Armory. Very high damage on the fire, and as well as decent kind of fire rate. In regards to my shield and my grenade mod, they weren't critical, so they were just whatever I could find as the biggest. But then the next part is the Scavenger class mod, which gives me additional scavenge items, so extra items will drop, +4 swipe skill, +3 on the ransack skill. So the swipe skill, it gives us now the ability to drop 9 items for each character that Bloodwing will attack. 3 on the ransack skill, which increases the chances of loot being dropped, and another +3 on the Out for Blood for skill, which gives us even more health regeneration when Bloodwing returns to us. So all of this loot I found in the General Knox DLC. You can get it from the Armory. There are guides on there how to get into the Armory and be able to kind of loot the entire place. But yeah, okay. So just to give you a bit of gameplay, I'm running through the zombie island in the lumberyard in particular, just to see, so you can show you. I start off at 4.6 million, but now I'll let you guys watch the gameplay, and you'll see by the end I will have made some money. After this section as well, I'll also go about showing you where you can find the world's largest bullet to obtain the a sucker born every minute achievement. So I'll leave a link to that and a timestamp down below. Okay, so now we're reaching the end of the lumberyard. One of the things you probably noticed as I was going through this, I pick up roughly between anywhere from $600 to nearly $2,000 per stack of cash that I grab off the floor. When we came into the area, we're on $4.6 million. At the end of the area, we're now on $6 million. So you make a lot of money in heavy enemy areas very quite quickly. Okay. So now I'm going to show you where the world's largest bullet is to get a sucker born every minute achievement. You need to travel to the Sunken Sea, which is in the General Knox DLC, and in the Sunken Sea area you'll come here as part of the main missions. Moxie will send you here. Just head over to the waypoint I have just set on the map. So you literally just, from the entrance, drive off of the main highway, watch out for the gangly bug creatures that nobody likes and pretty gross. And head over, and you can see it in the distance just in the hill here. This is the world's largest bullet. So head over to that area and then hop out. Once you are in kind of at the little camp where it is, you head to the end and up into the little hut. There is and you do little flips in your car on the way. And, you know, head up to the little hut at the back of the village area. We've cleaned out the enemy so you don't have to endure it. There'll be a box on the wall with loads of arrows pointing towards it. Deposit 8 million into there and you will get the achievement. So this is our first time of doing a build guide. We want to know from you if you found this useful. So leave a like if you found this useful. Drop a comment if we think we can improve. I've been Jastiger from the Achievement Squad. We hopefully you found this guide useful. Please like, comment, subscribe, and happy hunting.